workshop for the Mayor City Council for the month of January, City of Taneytown, and ask Council, or Mayor Pro Tem Carl Ebal to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, we were just talking about ghost peppers, and now the ghost attorney shows up.
Welcome, everyone. Hope everyone had a
That's for you, Brad.
wonderful holiday season. And our first order of business tonight is to open the public hearing where we will receive input on the annexation resolution 2013-18 and 2014-01A, which has to do with the Stumptown Road annexations we've been talking about for the last many months. Would anyone care to address the annexation
Yeah, you're voting on it, hopefully, right?
resolution? All right, we'll leave the hearing open for a little while and move on into the rest of the agenda in case anybody comes in later that needs to voice their opinion. We'll have time for them. First issue following the public hearing discussion is the approval of the minutes. Do we have any additions or corrections to the minutes of December 3rd or December 8th regular meetings?
I have one on December 3rd. It's just a grammatical thing I'll give to Claire. And one on the December 8th. Under council member committee reports, the second bullet, that was Wednesday, December 10th, not Friday.
All right, anybody have anything else? Up for approval on Monday night. Next, we will have the normal water allocation resolution, Resolution 215-1 for January. Anybody have any questions on that resolution? We will also move forward on the annexation of Stumptown 1 and 2, providing there are no comments to change your mind. Pending resolutions include the employee handbook and the floodplain management plan. Now, the employee handbook was to be approved in January. Are we ready to do that?
Yes.
So that'll be up for approval on Monday night?
We met and made all the final corrections and additions just Monday.
And we
Do they have any
see
questions or final comments on the employee?
You want
Handbook.
another copy of the handbook to review?
Yeah, just to make sure they, I want to see that they picked up some of what I said or none of what I said.
All of what you said,
All of what I said? Okay.
I believe, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
I was going to say, well, then we'll have to wait till February.
No, I just wanted to check.
Oh, okay.
But if you say you picked it all up, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
Okay.
Yeah, check it again, okay, Henry, to make sure.
Yeah.
Floodplain management will be discussed later, is that correct? We're not ready to move forward on that?
Monday, I believe. You're going to talk about it Monday.
We'll talk about it Monday?
Well, the plan is that Brian Lubenow is going to be here you recall.
Oh, yes,
You
okay.
wanted, you know, you
Yes,
all
that's
wanted to
right.
get some presentation from him's expertise. And then after you hear that, then later in the month, you'll be able to discuss that and give some directions which way you want to go. Because there's more than one path.
All righty then. City Manager's Report. Henry, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, all the time that I've been here, this is the first time I've actually missed submitting a report. And when I look at it, you know, there really isn't much to say other than repeat that well 17 is still not ready.
Rick promised that in his report to have it
Yeah, it says
online in
February.
February.
I told him not to make promises like that.
Okay.
Well, you know, and that's what I told him today when we talked about it. I said, look, I'm getting tired of, you know, saying the same thing, next month. And that's where we are with this. Again, apparently there's some issues, additional issues with the phone. And the only thing I can give you to that is that I know that when you have these situations, that the phone line sends out a special tone. When that tone hits, it basically says, okay, somebody at the other end has picked up the phone. And then it starts a timing sequence to see, is this a human being at the other end, or is this some recorder? And based upon that, it then does its job. And that's what I believe may be the problem. And if that's the case, it most likely is not at well 17. It's more than likely up at the centralized where it all comes in. Because that's where from there, it's telling that to turn the pumps on, or that to, you know, make a call. So, and then we also have a problem with a pump. The brand new pump, one of the field windings went out on it, so they have to order a new pump. So that's the status on that one there, as of today. Well, the wastewater treatment, we are going to have our second meeting tomorrow, so I can probably give you a little bit better information on Monday after that meeting. But things seem to be going well with that. And quite frankly, there's not much else to tell. It's been a very slow December, you know. A lot of holiday and not much going on in those respects. So that's my report.
Questions for Henry? Any questions on any of the departmental reports?
I have a question, or maybe I guess just an inquiry. In the Parks and Rec report, discussion about Eric Bender and the observatory potentially being constructed. Is there anything new on that? Talking about the process being expedited, and I was just curious about that.
No, I don't know. I can get better information on that for you on Monday.
Thank you.
I was talking to Bob the other day. I don't think there is any update on that just yet. I think the holidays negated that.
Thank you, Carl.
Any other questions? Let's move on to the legal report.
Just to give you the update on the Stumptown Road progress, you know, you're having your hearing right now, and hopefully on Monday, if there isn't any other reason to, you can finally adopt both of those and the annexations will move ahead. And so the red tape is done. Stumptown 1, as you can see under the legal report, item 12, we've actually been paid the money for the connection. So as far as the bricks and mortar work out at the site, Stumptown 1 is done. So the two properties that we've been working with since 2010 with the health department have been resolved. Stumptown 2 is further along. We've learned, I guess, in the 4 years it took us, we've made it quicker. The Stumptown 2 annexation, the one house, We've gotten all the permissions to go across the land of the developer that is eventually a public right-of-way. The city has done its work to connect the mains to the curb stop, so we've already done that. The property owner has had bids for her part of the work, and they've been approved by the health department for the state grant. So now it's just a matter of them doing that. And then there's the question, as we talked about the last meeting, of any payment plan. And we haven't been able to negotiate that because we're not sure what's covered and what's not, as far as the state grant with the property owner. But I would imagine by the next meeting, that will be done as well. And so then it'll be done. So there really isn't much to do after you take your vote. It'll all be taken care of. And we're getting the money straight from the state, so there's no question of payments. So that's been a long road to hoe there, but at least it's finished, I guess, is the best. And then we can start on the number 14, which is the Ballinger Park annexation, which is, a precursor to doing anything at Ballinger Park, whether it be the observatory or anything. So Carroll Land Services is working on the diagrams, but we haven't pushed them because we were already dealing with 2, and we didn't want to deal with any more at that point in time. And that's the biggest things we've been doing, and like as the city manager said, it's a month filled with holidays. I draw your attention to item number 11, and if there's any questions on what that means, we can talk about it, or I can email you about it. But basically, that's not anything for us to be concerned about, except for the fact that you do need to know that that pending lawsuit is going on. And that's it, Mayor, unless you have any questions for me.
One thing, looking at this, we've been talking about, and I don't remember if it's in the January retreat or not, the tax liens for code violations. Is that in there? I didn't remember if it was or not. But no, it's not in here.
Agenda for the
But is it
planning
on the
meeting.
agenda for the retreat?
For the tree.
I don't remember, but
We've jockeyed that around a little bit, I want to make sure it's still in there.
Yeah, we left that, was it last year?
Yeah.
Last retreat, I believe, and we had success. Remember, I think I told you we collected $30,000 in outstanding water, any of those liens, but we didn't pursue any violation-type liens through tax collection. And I think at that point in time, you wanted more information and possibly notices to go out. And so I think that, I know we focused on other things, so we need to refocus on that to see what the reality is. Another year's gone by, what kind of money are we talking about?
yeah, we're going to try to get it into this year's.
Right, and that notices goes out in March, so this is the time to do it.
Anything else for Jay? Moving right along. Is there any unfinished business to come before the council tonight?
Is this memorandum from CDM Smith unfinished or new?
No.
New?
That's that discussion Brian's gonna have?
No.
Replacement of the
Well, mine.
carbon in well 9.
Well, you want to go with that now, or?
Well, why don't we go over that now?
Fine, okay. Basically, what's happened is on well 9, if you will recall, that it's being treated by granularly activated charcoal, and they're in cylinders and they're in series. The terminology is called breakthrough, and we've experienced breakthrough in the first one, which means that has to be replaced. In the interim, what's happened is we're now experiencing breakthrough in number 2. So what that means is we eventually have to replace that as well. The bids came in, and the apparent winner is the $10,000 bid. It was over the $20,000 bid. I think that one was just given just as a courtesy. So what Rick and I and Brian met today and talked about is we already have breakthrough on both of these, filters. So why not go ahead and do it now? And replace both of them. It is a bit of a savings, because what you have to do is this charcoal that's you're taking out has to be tested. And the test on it, you have to prove that it's not toxic. So, or hazardous waste. And we don't believe that it would be. And it's, right now, it's, even with the breakthrough, we're still below the minimum daily limits, MDLs. So it's gonna be either we pay $10,000 this year, and you pay another $10,000 next year, and based according to that letter, they're willing to do the second one for $8,750
If we do it now.
if we do it now.
Now, would that increase the amount of the testing fee?
No, that consolidates it.
Yeah, it says further on here, if we had to wait, we'd have to pay another $2,000.
That's right, yes. Each, you have to do it for each event. So this would be considered one event, you should replacing all the charcoal, and they would do the test.
Would make sense to do that.
So doing them both, we'd save a couple $1,000s more or less, okay.
So, that's on be on for approval. The reason it wasn't in this agenda here is we got this late, after 4 o'clock, right, Clara? Yeah, it was after 4 when we got this, so that's why it didn't show up on the agenda. We're on this. So we'll give you the,
Okay,
we'll,
do that Monday.
what we can do is we'll, and this is, I don't know how you feel about it, but what we can do is we will have 2 bid sheets, okay? For Aqua Technologies, it's either gonna be the 10,000 to 30 or the new price. So yeah, you can choose which one you want.
Oh, you got two. We only have one.
No, I don't, we will
He says
have,
he's gonna,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to.
we'll update this and provide it with both costs, and then you can pick which one you want. And that brings you up to speed on well 9.
Any other unfinished business? Let's move into new business. Please take a look at the financial report. Anybody have any particular questions regarding the financial report at this time? It'll be up for approval on Monday night. Additionally, the accounts payable will be up for approval. Take a look at those and see if there's any questions there. Moving to the council member reports. We'll start with Joe. Do you have anything for us?
Nope, nothing this week.
Rick, do you have
Just
anything?
like to thank the Public Works Department for the snow removal again.
Okay.
Did a good job.
Laurel.
Thank the town, you and whoever else for the party that we had. That was very nice.
Yes.
Enjoyable this year.
And I did take Diane's suggestion, and we did talk about that as what we want to do, because the mayor was saying we're doing too much. So by consensus, they all agreed not to have a Christmas party next year, but to have this.
To have what?
So the get together up
Get
at the.
together at the.
Oh, okay, so consolidate it into one thing.
Right, so there won't be no Christmas party next year. It'll be just this. And the turnout has been, weak.
Well, because of that.
Well, there are other reasons, but,
Well, yeah.
What was the response to the one there at the,
we only had about 30 people.
the second party?
Oh, the second, most everybody showed up,
Okay.
yeah.
There's your,
The police had a issue they were dealing with, didn't they?
That night?
That during the luncheon?
No. Oh, well, yeah, both times, as a matter of fact. they couldn't, some of them that are on duty couldn't stop in for dinner because they had somebody locked up, and this time, something was happening as well, so. But they still got their chow. And I don't know how, just on a side note on this, we're experiencing a high rate of illness in the city.
I
So-
read illness everywhere.
Chief is home with walking pneumonia, and I spent my New Year's holiday just sick as all get out. I'm trying to get my voice back now. But, Mayor, you was sick too?
I am.
You
You
were.
done? Huh?
You were.
Yeah, it was.
Nothing except that I, along with a few others, attended the swearing-in ceremony for our new state's attorney on Monday evening.
Yep, that was
It was
pleasant.
a nice turnout.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Angelo?
The letter we got from Comcast, any reason other than info? This letter from Comcast.
Oh,
Do we-
the
Is there any other
Comcast
reason?
report is just simply a report from our representative on the cable vision. We're in process of negotiating a new contract with Comcast. That is the county and the municipalities. And this is just FYI. They will come with a recommendation whether to accept or not to accept, and we'll have to unanimously approve this contract, all 8 municipalities as well as the government entities, before it goes forward. But this is just, we never hear from any kind of report from our representative, and I just ask her from time to time, pass on some information that she can share with us, and this is what she passed on, so there you go.
That's it.
I didn't have anything,
Mayor, public hearing is still open?
I'm getting ready to close it right now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say I didn't have
I
anything.
thought you were gonna look for a motion to go.
I didn't, no, I'm just getting ready to say, unless we have some public hearing comments, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing, or I will close the public hearing. I guess that's my prerogative to do that, so I will do that at this time. No comments were received in regard to the annexations. Next, I'll ask if there's any comments from the audience. No? Very good. Thank you for your attendance. Next question is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign, so carried. Thank you all. Stay warm and healthy.
It's hard to believe that we already got 1/12 of this meeting cycled down already.
I think this was the easy one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Hope the old man is there by now.